చూడు ఆ కేబుల్ తీసినట్టు ఈ టాక్ కేబుల్ డివేలు పెట్టాను చూడు డివేలు ఉంది ఎందుకోసం ఇది వస్తుంది ఇది ఒకటి వస్తుంది అలా ఒకటి వస్తుంది
ప్రాసెస్
Good evening to all. Honorable Governor of Telangana, His Excellency Shri JISHNU Verma ji, respected Chief Guest of today's program. Honorable Chief Justice Shri ARESH Kumar Singh ji, Honorable Governor of State of Telangana, Chief Justice of Honorable Kerala Radhika Garu, Learned Additional Advocate General Mohammed Imran Garu, Public Prosecutor Palli Nageshwar Garu, Deputy Solicitor General of India, B. N. Bhujangarao Garu, Vice Chairman Bar Council of Telangana, Shri K. Sunil Garu, Member of Bar Council of India, P. Vishwakarma Garu, Learned Senior Designated Advocates, Members of Bar Association, Registrars of High Court, Judicial Officer, Staffs of High Court, Print and Electronic Media, and all the respected guests present here, a very good evening to all. On behalf of the Telangana High Court Advocate Association, I heartily welcome you all on the occasion of 76th Constitutional Day celebration. It is my privilege and honor as Secretary of Telangana High Court Advocate Association to warmly welcome you all on the occasion of Constitutional Day, celebrated every year on 26 December, the day of the great Constitution adopted in 1949. Today, we are truly blessed by the gracious presence of Honorable Governor of Telangana, whose disciplinary leadership and commitment to the public service inspire us. Sir, we are deeply honored to welcome you as our chief guest. We are equally privileged to have with us Honorable Chief Justice of the High Court of State of Telangana as special guest. Sir, your guidance and vision continues to strengthen the judicial system and uphold the spirit of constitutional government. This day is the tribute to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and all the founding fathers who shaped the constitution document and started a guardians of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity for every citizen of the nation. On behalf of High Court of Telangana, I extend a warm and respectful welcome to all the present here and look forward as a inspiring, meaningful program ahead. Now I request our President, Shri Annamula Jagan Garu, Telangana High Court Advocate Association, kindly place the chair on the dais. Now I invite His Excellency Shri JISHNU Verma, Governor of Telangana, to kindly adorn the chair and the dais. I request our Sports Culture Secretary Ram Patpula and Senior EC Member Jayashree Kandura to escort His Excellency Shri JISHNU Verma, Governor of Telangana. Now I request our Honorable President Jagan Garu to present a bouquet to His Excellency Shri JISHNU Verma. Now I invite Honorable Chief Justice Shri ARESH Singh to kindly adorn the chair and the dais. I request our EC Member Anjali Devi and EC Member Shri Prakash Rao to escort the Honorable Chief Justice Shri ARESH Singh. Now I request our Vice President Shri Rajeshwari Garu to present a bouquet to Honorable Chief Justice Shri ARESH Singh. Now I invite Advocate General A. Sudarshan Reddy Garu to kindly adorn the chair and the dais. I request our Joint Secretary Androj Nelikonda and Shri Hanumantrao Gudapati to escort the learned Advocate General A. Sudarshan Reddy Garu. Now I invite Chairman Bar Council of Telangana, Shri A. Narasimha Reddy Garu, to kindly grace adorn the chair and the dais. I request our EC Member Shibisha and Prakash Rao to escort the Chairman Bar Council of Telangana, A. Narasimha Reddy Garu. Now I request our Secretary N. Indrasena Reddy to present a bouquet to Chairman Bar Council of Telangana, Shri A. Narasimha Reddy Garu. Now I invite Additional Solicitor General of India, B. Narasimha Sharma Garu, to kindly adorn the chair and the dais. I request Senior EC Member Hanumantrao and our EC Member MP Lavanya to escort the Additional Solicitor General of India to B. Narasimha Sharma Garu. Now I request our Joint Secretary Anirudh Nallikonda to present a bouquet to Additional Solicitor General of India, B. Narasimha Sharma garu. Now I invite Public Prosecutor Sri Palle Nageshwara garu to kindly adopt his chair and the dais. I request our EC member Ashok Reddy and EC member Sri Kaler Naresh to Now I request our treasurer Sri Papaya Pitakula to present a bouquet to Public Prosecutor Sri Palle Nageshwara garu. Now I request our Honorable President Anamala Jagan to preside over the function.
I request all the dignitaries of the dais may stand for the nation anthem. Please. Maintaining big, yeah. Good evening, the Honorable Sri Secretary Varma ji, His Excellency Varama of Telangana, Honorable Justice SINGH, Chief Justice of Telangana, esteemed judges of the Honorable High Court, Learned Advocate General Garu, Additional Solicitor of India, SHRI Garu, Learned Advocate General Garu, Public Prosecutor Garu, Deputy Solicitor of India, Sri Bhujanga Rao Garu, Vice Chairman of Bar Council of Telangana, Sri Sumit Garu, Member Bar Council of India, Sri Vishnu Garu, Senior Designated Advocates, Members of the Association, Registrars of the High Court, Judicial Officers, Staff of the High Court, and gentlemen. It is a privilege and an honor to stand before this gathering on the day that is not just a date on calendar, but a milestone in the journey of our republic. Today, some deeper than the enactment, we celebrate the heartbeat of our democracy, the foundation of our identity as a nation, our constitution. 76 years ago, on 26 November, India chooses to define itself not by rulers or monarchs, not by race, religion or privilege, but by principles, by justice and by equality. On this day, Dr. Ambedkar, a visionary for head of his time, placed our heavy denied dignity, opportunity or justice. He believed that the Constitution is a living instrument, a vehicle of life, and that its power lies not only in the words, but in how we use those words to uplift the society. These thoughts were in humanity. When he said that the progress of the community is measured by the progress of women, he was not presenting a legal argument. He offered a moral vision for just society. That vision continues to guide every courtroom and every advocate, every judge and every citizen of this nation. Today we gather in the High Court premises. We all remind that the Constitution lives not in a book or archives, but in the work we do every day. The judiciary safeguards the liberty we cherish. It protects our fundamental right, ensures that power is not misused, and remind this nation that justice is right, not a felon. Yet the Constitution does not survive by judicial wisdom alone. It survives because the bar upholds the integrity and truth. As advocates, we are not simply fighting the cases, we are defending the meaning of justice itself. Our duty goes beyond the clients and courtrooms, it extends to society to ensure that justice does not become a privilege for few, but remain a promise for every individual. Ethics must not be an option, ethics must be our dignity. Our commitment must be a truth to the truth before anything else, not a victory before truth. As recent Supreme Court appointments, the 93 names have been cleared for the High Court judges, where the backward classes for 10 and scheduled castes for only 9 and minorities only 8. I know representation from the scheduled tribe as such. And as such, the Constitution founders have deemed that all the sections should be give proper representation in the constitutional post. And also, the issue relates to our High Court, where a proceedings has been issued on 1/2/2024 to install the Baba Sahib Ambedkar statue, but till today is not materialized. Now I request the Honorable Chief Justice and judges to please to install the Baba Sahib Ambedkar statue prior to the 26th January 2026. As the President of the Telangana High Court Advocate Association, I believe must empower the young lawyers, strength, legal and aid for the unprivileged between the legal education and real world legal practice. The strength of the bar determines the strength of the bench. Together we shape the justice system of tomorrow. On this 76th Constitutional Day, let us honor Dr. B.R. Ambedkar not only through ceremony but through as a guardian of the equality, liberty and fraternity. Let us pledge today that we will not only admire the Constitution, we will live in it We will protect it and we will practice in every single day. Thank you. Jai Bhim, Jai Telangana, Jai Bharat, Bharat Mata Ki. Now request
His Excellency Sri JISHNU VARAMA, Honorable God, Court, respected Advocate General, Additional Solicitor General of India, and State Public Prosecutor, my good friend, President Sri Animala Jagan, and the Executive Committee of the Telangana High Court Advocates Association, the distinguished senior advocates, respected colleagues, members of Bar Council, and any members of the Bar, respected judicial officers. Good evening. It is my privilege to address this distinguished gathering on the occasion of 76th Constitution Day. As we know, 76 years ago, on 26th November 1949, the Constituent Assembly placed before the nation a constitution that was both visionary and pragmatic. It reflects centuries of India's civilization experience and at the same time look forward to the requirements of modern democratic republic. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, delivering his address, offered both hope and caution. He observed, no constitution can be better than the people and the institutions who work it. His words remind us the endurance of our democracy depends not merely on constitutional text, but on constitutional behavior, on the integrity of institutions and the character of those who serve them. In the constitutional framework, our judiciary occupies a central and indispensable place. Justice SHRI, whose courage and clarity shaped India's constitutional conscience, observed, the rule of law is the foundation on which a democratic structure is built. This foundational insight reflects judiciary's role in ensuring that power remains accountable, rights remain protected, and the constitutionalism remains lived reality. The High Court of Telangana has consistently upheld these principles through its judgments. Its institutional integrity and a commitment to the fairness through its decisions, this court has reaffirmed the supremacy of the rule of law and strengthened the fabric of our democratic governance. We at the bar acknowledge this contribution with respect and admiration. While acknowledging the role of the judiciary, it must also be emphasized that the bar is not an external observer in the constitutional process. It is an integral participant. Justice M.P. Chagla, described as an advocate, as a Minister of Justice. This description captures the essence of our responsibility. We serve justice, we assist the court, we uphold the dignity of the legal profession. Our role extends far beyond representing our clients. We at the bar safeguard procedural fairness, promote institutional trust through mentorship, prepare the next generation in carrying forward these values. The Bar Council of of the state of Telangana remains committed to enhancing legal education, strengthening ethical standards, and ensuring that our profession continues to serve society with honor. As we know, the Constitution is a living document. One of its greatest strengths is its capacity to evoke Justice P.N. Bhagavati, a pioneer of judicial creativity, articulate this principle when he said, the Constitution must be interpreted in a manner that adapts to the needs of changing the society. On this Constitutional Day, it is appropriate to reaffirm the commitment that defines our profession, commitment to the independence of judiciary, commitment to the ethical and fair advocacy, commitment to the institutional integrity, commitment to equal justice under law, commitment of fostering and strong and learned bar. On this solemn day, as we assemble within the presence of this great institution, we honor the framers who gifted us a constitution of remarkable depth, the judiciary that interprets it with wisdom, and the legal fraternity that sustains its spirit. Let us continue to work together to preserve, protect, and strengthen the Constitution of India. Thank you, one and all. Jai Hind.
My request London Advocate General K. Susan garu అడ్డు
Excellency the Governor, my Lord Honorable Chief Justice, my Lords Honorable Judges, Chairman of the Bar Council, President of the Bar Association, Additional Solicitor General of India, Public Prosecutor, Additional Advocate General, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Registrars, Director of the Judicial Academy, Secretary of the Telangana State Legal Services Authority, Secretary of Law and Legislative Affairs, Government of Telangana, members of the Bar Council, members of the Bar Association, respected seniors and friends. Happy Constitution Day to all. And today in Delhi, Her Excellency the President of India today is leading the Constitution, and Part 4. Together they form the conscience of the Constitution. Part 3 guarantees enforceable civil and political rights. Part 4 lays down the social and economic tasks of the state. And Article 37 declares that the directive principles are fundamental in the governance of the country. And it shall be the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws. The preamble itself declares that we have given to ourselves a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and promises equality of status and of opportunity. For a young state like Telangana, formed after a long struggle, the commitment translates into a duty to design concrete welfare measures so that equality of status and opportunity is not only a legal promise but a lived reality. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, quote, democracy must in essence mean the art and science of mobilizing the entire physical, economical, and spiritual resources of all the various sections of the people and in the service of the common good of all. There cannot be a discussion on the Constitution without reference to Keshavananda Bharati, a bench of evolved the basic doctrine structure, but also move decisively away from the idea of a hierarchy between parts 3 and 4. Several judges of Keshavananda Bharati described fundamental rights and directive principles together as instruments of an Indian civil rights and positive duties. Justice O. Chinnapalli captured these relationships powerfully in his book, The Court and the Constitution of India. Chapter 9 of his book, where he wrote that for anyone interested in building a welfare state, The directive principles are at least as fundamental as the fundamental rights and far more important from the point of view of the objectives to be attained as stated in the preamble. He rejected the notion that fundamental rights are somehow more transcendental or primordial than directive principles, explaining that while fundamental rights assure political freedom, the directive principles are aimed at securing social and economic freedoms of citizens through state action. In Dr. Baba Saheb B.R. Ambedkar's work, the fundamental rights make India a political democracy, and the directive principles are meant to make it a social and economic democracy. One of the leading Constituent Assembly members, Srimati Hansa Jivaraj Mehta, a reformist and social activist, and among the 15 member women who were part of the Constituent Assembly that drafted the Constitution. She was also the president of the All India Women's Conference. Women owe to Mahatma Gandhi for all that he has done for them. What we have asked for is social justice, economic justice and political justice. We have asked for that equality which can alone be the basis of mutual respect and understanding without there being any formal reservation. We in our High Court have 1/3 of lady judges as part of our higher judiciary. Dr. Baba Saheb B.R. Ambedkar in his speech to the Constituent Assembly on 25th November 1949 warned, I quote, "Political democracy cannot last unless there lies at the base of it social democracy. A welfare state that disregards liberty becomes authoritarian. A state that ignores equality betrays the very idea of welfare, and without fraternity, even the best designed schemes can degenerate into patronage and division." Our vision has particular resonance for us in Telangana, a relatively young state. The present government has sought to frame its policy agenda through what it calls 6 guarantees, commitments that include women's welfare, farmer support, health security, education, housing and basic services. It is worth recalling the constitutional goal of the welfare state ended his lecture, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, may all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, may no one suffer.
Now I request Justice Kumar Singh, the Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court, to address this matter. Today, our nation celebrates Constitution Day. We return with reverence to the extraordinary legacy of the principal architect of our Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. His vision, forged through intellect, moral courage, and an unshakable commitment to justice, gave India not merely a legal document, but a transformative charter for social change. Dr. Ambedkar believed that a constitution lives not through its text alone, but through the determination of its people to uphold equality, liberty, embraced and internalized by the ordinary citizen, by farmers, but as a protected. It must reach every individual so that each person understands both the freedoms they enjoy and the responsibilities they share. Only then can we collectively safeguard its values from erosion and changes of social, economic and technological nature. It becomes imperative that every stakeholder in this democracy participates in preserving the constitutional order. The responsibility to protect the Constitution does not lie with to teach constitutional values, with administrators who implement them, with the media that shapes public understanding, with civil citizens who live by constitutional work. When we respect differences, when we uphold fairness, when we resist injustice, and when we place the common good above narrow interest. It thrives when every Indian, regardless of class, caste, faith, gender or ideology, reaffirm our collective commitment to the values that define our republic. Let us pledge to strengthen the culture of constitutionalism.
Sri Palde Nageshwar Rao, Public Prosecutor, Telangana State, Honorable Judge of the High Court, members of Bar Council and Bar Association, distinguished guests and dignitaries, warm greetings to all on the solemn occasion of Constitution Day, commemorating the historic adoption of our revered Constitution on 26 November 1949. This day marks a defining milestone in our democratic evolution, symbolizing India's enduring commitment to justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Constitution Day reminds us of the vision, discipline and sacrifice of the illustrious members of the Constituent Assembly who deliberated for nearly 3 years to gift us one of the world's finest constitutions. I bow in deep reverence to Bharat Ratna Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji, the principal architect of our Constitution, whose scholarship and moral courage shaped India's democratic destiny. His unending dedication to social justice and his insistence on constitutional morality continue to illuminate our path toward an inclusive, progressive and equitable India. Our Constitution is not merely a legal document. It is the living soul of our democracy, guiding our collective aspirations and safeguarding the rights of every citizen. For more than 7 decades, it has upheld the spirit of unity in diversity, enabling India to flourish as the world's largest and most vibrant democracy. Dr. Ambedkar reminded us that the Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It is a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of age, underlining that it must constantly respond to the changing needs of society. This living character has given our republic remarkable stability and resilience even in challenging times, reinforcing people's faith in democratic institutions. The internal checks and balances embedded in our constitutional architecture ensure accountability, transparency and responsible governance while preventing the concentration of power in any single institution. The contributions of the legislature, executive and judiciary in upholding this safeguard have been immense, preserving institutional integrity and the supremacy of the Constitution. The ideals of justice, social, economic and political remain central to our collective pursuit of fairness and opportunity for all sections of society. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship strengthens our democratic fabric, while equality before the law and equal opportunity empower every citizen to realize their potential. The value of fraternity reminds us of our shared responsibility to promote harmony, brotherhood, and national solidarity across diverse languages, faiths, and cultures. These four ideals lie at the heart of our preamble and continue to guide India's journey towards peace, progressive, and inclusive development. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, has aptly observed that the spirit of the Constitution is the spirit of India itself, the mother of democracy for the world. When we, the people, internalize constitutional values, the Constitution truly becomes a people's document and not only a text for courts and lawyers. The creation of Telangana state through constitutional mechanisms demonstrated the foresight and flexibility of our Constitution. In Constitution Day, we must reaffirm our duty to our constitutional values. And SHRI in our Constitution energize our efforts to build a more equal, inclusive, prosperous and future-ready India. Our democracy flourishes when all three organs of the state function in harmony. respecting the constitutional boundaries and the overriding supremacy of the Constitution. The spirit of the Constitution urges us to work for the welfare of the poor, the marginalized and the vulnerable, ensuring that no individual is left behind. It inspires us to promote gender justice, social harmony, environmental stewardship and technological innovation in the service of national development. As we celebrate this sacred day, let us honor the sacrifices of our founding leaders by strengthening our personal and institutional commitment to constitutional values and national unity. On this Constitution Day, may we dedicate ourselves to building a strong, secure, inclusive and prosperous India, guided always by the light of our great Constitution. As the Honorable Attorney General has said, Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu nirama, sarve bhadrani paschantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhara bhave. It is not only a spiritual saying that let everybody be happy, let everybody be free from disease, let everybody live their minds to harmonize. This is not only a spiritual sloka.
I request our committee members to honor the Chief Justice.
Now I request to present to felicitate to Assistant Sergeant to National Samagaru. Now I request to present to felicitate honor with the Sharva and Memento to Bar Council Chairman of Telangana, Narasimha Garu. Now I request President and Committee to felicitate Public Prosecutor Palle Nageshwara to Sharva with Memento. Now, distribution of certificate to the association member. To certificate to the President, Telangana High Court Advocate Association. Certificate to Vice President SHRI. Certificate to Khaja Wizardani Secretary 1.
Certificate to the Secretary Indra Reddy. Certificate of Joint Secretary to Anirudh. Now our President, Vedantula Papaya. our Sports Secretary, Ramu. Now our senior AC member, JISHNU madam. Please take it. Now, another senior executive member, KUMAR garu. Another senior member, garu, please take the certificate from the please. Our young executive members, PM Lavanya, now I request Anjali, executive member. Now I request Surisha. Now I request Era Prakash, PC member. Now I request ARESH, PC member. Thank you, sir. Now, sir, we have one group photo with our executive. Now I request our secretary and today have inspired us and reminded us for the spirit of the Constitution and the responsibilities entrusted to the legal fraternity. We are immensely grateful for your constant encouragement and support. His Excellency, we are truly honored by your presence. We are equally honored and thankful to Honorable Chief Justice Sri ARESH Singh for sparing his valuable time to be with us today. Your Lordship, your guidance, your vision for strong and vibrant justice delivery system, and your unwavering commitment to constitutional values continue to motivate every member of this association. We remain indebted for your constant support to the legal fraternity. I convey our sincere thanks to Honorable Judges of the High Court for the Telangana, your Lordship's participation and for encouraging the association in all endeavors. Our heartfelt thanks to Sri Ananta Narasimha Garu, Chairman, Bar Council of Telangana, for his presence and encouragement. Sri Adamala Sudarshan Garu, Learned Advocate General from the State of Telangana, for always supporting the initiatives of the association. Sri B. Narasimha Garu, Additional Solicitor General of India, for joining us and adding value to this celebration. Sri Pallanayeshwara Garu, Public Prosecutor, Telangana State, for accepting our invitation and gracing his presence. I also extend sincere thanks to Additional Advocate General Sri Rajnakant Reddy Garu and Muhammad Imran Khan Garu. I thank Deputy Solicitor General of India Sri N. Bhujendra Rao Garu. I thank Vice Chairman Bar Council of Telangana Sri K. Sunil Gaur Garu. I thank Member Bar Council of India Sri P. Vishnuvardan Reddy Garu. I thank learned senior designated advocates, members of Bar Association. I especially thank the registrars of High Court, judicial officer, staff of the High Court and Association for conducting the program successfully.
I also thank the print and electronic media and special invitees for making today's program meaningful and memorable. A special word of appreciation to our beloved President Arumula Jagan Garu for his leadership and continuous support, and also to the executive committee members of Telangana High Court Advocates Association for their dedication in planning and organizing this Constitution Day celebration with such perfection. Finally, my thanks to every member present here today. Your participation reflects our collective commitment to uphold the ideas of the Constitution and to strengthen our judicial institutions. Thank you one and all. Jai Governor, State of Telangana, and Chief Justice KUMAR Singh Garu, and companion judges and senior designated advocates and ex-president and bar council members. Please join dinner in the Advocates Association Hall, and all the members are requested to join with along with the executive committee in the lunch for dinner. Please, I request once again, come and join for dinner, please.
Request all the dignitaries and as well as the members to stand to the nation.
ఒక్క నిమిషం మన ఒకటి నీట్గా చెప్పుకోరు ఇప్పటికీ నీ వైర్లెస్ తీసుకెళ్ళు వైర్లెస్ ప్యాక్ చేసేసుకో సరే అయ్యా